Hi there, it's Liz Yuille from Old Stables Crafts. Thank you for joining me again today for another Top Tip Tuesday. And I'm going to be using the Most Wonderful Time stamp set, which is part of the product medley that is in the Autumn Winter catalogue. You get a ton of stuff in it. I'm almost finished with it and I'm now just using the stamp set and dies. Although today I'm just going to use the stamp set. Today is Tuesday, so it's Top Tip Day. And I've got a kind of, you may or may not think this is a tip. I think it's useful, you may not. But then that's tips. So, I've got my Stamparatus and I've got it set up with the mat for stamping with photopolymer because the Most Wonderful Time is photopolymer. This is the deluxe foam mat, which comes with the grid printed on it. It only comes with the grid printed in centimetres, certainly in Europe, and I'm an inches girl. So I have put together, and this is my top tip, a piece of window sheet that is the same size as one of my usual size mats. I've got a variety of these, and I've done more for the different sizes of mats that I generally use. So this is one of my standard size mats, and I've put a cross in red to mark the middle, and then I've marked the 1/4 inch measurements on dirty mark on my paper, 1/4 inch mark in blue. So I can now see where my placement will be. When you're using the foam mat, you can use a piece of grid paper. This is the grid paper that comes, the mini grid paper, which is great, but it still doesn't show you where the middle of everything is. And that's my kind of slight gripe. So this is why I have come up with this piece of acetate. So what it means is that I can now put my mat and my piece of acetate window sheet together, and I can work out my placement. So, as I say, I'm going to use... Oh, and I've lost it. No, I haven't. It's there. I'm going to use the Most Wonderful Time set because just because I've used up everything else in it doesn't mean I can't use this. So I want my Christmas tree, always helps if you put it the right way up, I want my Christmas tree to be in the middle, but not... So I want it placed middle, right to left, but not in the middle, top to bottom, because I then want to have my parcels. In fact, I think that probably needs to go up a bit, but it does mean I know that this is in the middle, because that's where the middle is. Then I want my parcels to be down probably there, maybe a little further across. But if I wanted them to be midway, I could then look at my grid, so I could go, okay, that's the middle, because I can see that it's the middle. In fact, why don't we go terribly middle, just to prove the point, and then I can bring in, I'll have to do the ribbons, and then I can bring in the Christmas tree and put that wherever would be appropriate. In fact, I may even move my Christmas tree further up. So let's have it in the middle, So I can pick up those two stamps, or not. Pick up those two stamps, and yes, everything's coming with it, but that's fine because it'll peel off. Then I can pop my mat back in, and because it's all going into the corner, I'm not going to bother with magnets. Then I've got my shaded spruce. I don't know whether this colourway is going to work, but I've got my shaded spruce ready to go. So I'm going to pop another colour there, so real red there. Come in so you can see, and that's a little bit more close. There we go. Ink up my Christmas tree and my parcels. Now my parcels are meant to not be fully stamped. They have got that sort of photo, that distinctive finish. So I can stamp those. And bring that down. Beautiful. Then close up my shaded spruce. Grab my cut down chamois and clean that off because I'm going to need to move those. Move those. Then pop that to one side, switch that out. So I now want to make sure that I line up everything square again. So let's just swivel it round. I've got my grid. Grab my Oh Christmas tree and my bows. So I can pop my bows there. Make sure those are where they need to be. But the really important one for me is now going to be this, because I want this to be central. So I can see that it's actually 2 inches long, and I can line it up on a grid. Close my lid, pick everything up, peel off my acetate window sheet. Must remember to call it window sheet. It's window sheet. Grab my real red. Oh, I know what else I was going to add. Ha ha! I think they go on. Maybe not. I was thinking we could have some. We could have some candy canes. Nope. I'll not have candy canes. It's fine. So ink up my real red, make sure everything is pushed into the corner, and with confidence I know that everything is central. So my Christmas tree is central, my Christmas tree itself is central, the parcels are central. Now I accept that not everybody minds too much, and there are times when I don't mind too much and I'll do things by eye, but without the grid I would have had to have done it by eye. So for the sake of a small piece of window sheet, a couple of permanent markers, and I did use just Sharpie type markers because you want the narrow nib. You could probably get away with using our blends, but even the narrow end is quite fat, and you want that really fine line so you can see. So there you are. My top tip is grab yourself a piece of acetate, same size as your mats, and spend a little bit of time to draw that out, and then you've got it forever. I hope you found that useful, interesting. I might as well finish the card while we're here. So let me grab some real red, a real red matte. Although, no, actually I don't want a real red matte. I want a real red or a shaded spruce card base, really, don't I? Which, of course, I don't have. So we won't be doing that. Oh, I may have one of these. I may have a. Is that real red or is that Poppy Parade? No, that's Poppy Parade. Yeah, you see, there's an. Oh, so that's shaded spruce. Yay! I can go shaded spruce. So we might as well finish this off. And just fold that in half. And then I might have, let me just check, I might still have some stars. No, I don't. Okay, so we will go with enamel. Tip lots of things over. So that can go on there, and then we can have some real red glimmer dots from the toile tidings, just to finish it off, and that will make me happy. So I'm popping some Tombow on my card, pop that on top. So this is going to be a really simple card. Nothing wrong with a really simple card, of course. And then we can have some glitter dots on our tree. And then we have a really nice little card. So I'll use 5 because if you know me, I like odd numbers. So we'll have one down there, and then we'll take a large one and pop that at the top. And there we go. And we know everything is absolutely square. Thank you very much indeed for watching. I hope you found that helpful. I hope you didn't just prove that I am just slightly, I don't know, that I have a bit of an issue with straightness and middle and things. But hey, I probably do. And there you are. You see, it's exactly square to my grid paper, 1/4 inches. So you just get a ruler and join the dots. Thank you very much indeed. I hope you like the card. Remember that if you've got the Most Wonderful Time medley, you can still use the stamp set and the dies. Thank you very much indeed for watching. If you enjoyed it, please give it a thumbs up. If you don't already subscribe and would like to, it's the bottom right hand corner. I will have a link to the products that I've used below and some close-up photos with a link to my brain. There will be a link to my website with some close-up photos on it below as well. Thank you very much. Sorry for the mad brain. I hope to see you again very soon. Bye!